Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Škoda T56. It's a Czechoslovakian Tier 8 premium heavy tank. It's located on the north spawn of Minsk, and this one is under the commands of Andromeda of No Retreat, No Surrender. Andromeda was very kind enough to send me a t-shirt from his clan actually. I think he wanted me to join their clan more than anything, but after I've left my last clan, I don't intend to join another one. Well, not for a long while anyway. The Škoda, it's the premium one that enticed a lot of people to get into the heavy tanks, the Czech heavy tanks. It's a two-shot autoloader. I haven't got one myself, so I couldn't tell you much about how to use it. What I can tell you is it's got a 13cm gun with a 3.5 second delay between each shot, and then it's got a fairly long reload, and that's about it for the moment. That's all I can say. It's a double tap wonder. It's got very strong armor, and those two shots can be fairly devastating to the enemy because they've got a 460 alpha with 208mm of standard penetration and 248 with the premium rounds. So you can do a lot of damage very, very quickly. 960 hit points of damage in a couple of seconds. Well, 3.5 seconds. 23.44 is his standard reload time. I can probably tell you what the long reload is. 23.97 is the book reload. He's almost loaded. This 44 takes one in the side. Will he get back into cover in time? No, he doesn't. And he's out the game. So the tank you last saw in the very last game, the one directly below this one, although it's a standard tank, just got wiped out with two shots of a Škoda T56, which kind of shows you how overpowered this tank is. In many ways, it's the heavy tank version of the Barask, in that it's got this big derp capability on the enemy, and with just two shots you take out the enemy. Well, that CS44 is going to survive one shot, but the T150 is now going to tear shreds. Oh, we took her around from a Tiger P. Now, we didn't see him because we were tunnel visioning on what was going on elsewhere, but the Tiger P's got a problem because we're going to be loaded any second now. And remember, 960 alpha, and that's if we can do a fair bit of damage as well. When we tried a ram, it didn't work. There's one shot, it's a low roll. Second shot is a high roll, but it's not enough to wipe him out. We go in for another ram kill, unfortunately it didn't work. 39 hit points is all he's got left. Come on, Andromeda, you can do it. One more shot. He's blocking the Tiger P from any hits, but the CS44 is putting 90mm rounds into our side, or is that 100mm rounds? But we got the Tiger P now. Can we take care of this CS44? I think so. And he's now going to pay for putting that round into us because he's out the game. That devastating penetration on this gun, it's really effective. But look at his modules. He is badly damaged now. He's got 3 modules down basically. The turret, the fuel tanks and the tracks. He's only got one shot as well. I don't think he realises that. Oh, he fires at the T44. Luckily our teammate, the T150 behind us, manages to take him out before he can fire one back, because if he did hit one back on Andromeda, he would have been out of the game. So he needs to get that reload in, and he's just completing it. Okay, we've got a T52 coming up. Now he's a long way out the field, and there's an A44 between us and them. In fact, the A44 is probably looking at the T150 at the moment, because a whole bunch of our teammates are closing in through the buildings, whilst we've actually gone up to the far end next to the cap. Okay, there's somebody we do need to get. Oh, we got an auto aim onto the SU-130PM, but we've lost sight of him now. Now, of course, we can fire through the mast at the Achilles, but we don't get it. The SU-130PM. Oh, he got the kill! He blind shot him because He couldn't actually see him at the moment he actually fired. He only briefly saw the outline. So he's now got 4 kills in the Škoda. And there's only 4 enemies left. He could, in theory, get a Top Gun. Trouble is, we don't know where the rest of the enemy are. Well, we know where one of them is, the IS-6. He's over by the Opera House amongst the buildings. Oh, Su-100. We'd have to go out around the sand pile. Oh, he's taking heavy fire. He's gone into the river. Now, that Škoda, that T-52 is coming back to try and get a reset. One shot hits him badly, and he's out the game. So there's only one enemy left. It's the Su-100. He's down in the river. We're not going to get a chance. We could actually reset to allow our teammates to get the kill, but they've already done it. And in fact, actually, he crashed. You could say that it was a good job that the battle ended when it did. He did get one nice hit into that T-150, and I'm not so sure the T-150 would have actually been able to penetrate Andromeda, considering he was actually very thickly armoured on his front of his vehicle. 220mm on the turret, 100mm on the hull. If the T-50 had actually hit, or T-52 had hit him, he might have been able to get a reset, but he stopped to take aim. And of course Andromeda put a big round into him, and then somebody else did to finish him off. So thank goodness for that, because Andromeda didn't have much in the way of health left. But they did manage to kill all of the enemy vehicles, because that Su-100 dived into the river, and I think he managed to, well, he crashed anyway, so he's out the game. But just look at that win rate for that battle, 4,929 Super Unicum standard. He was literally siding through the enemies. It just goes to show how powerful the Škoda T56 is as a premium tank. It is very powerful, actually. In fact, just today I heard that Skill was saying this is on a par with the Borask for its intensity, the fact that it can do as much damage. In fact, he puts the Škoda above the Borask in its usefulness, because of course this tank has armor, the Borask doesn't. If you get hit in a Borask, you are definitely going to get lose hit points and possibly be out the game. It was the second class tanker for Andromeda in the Škoda T56. He got a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 4 exactly. 5 for effect for doing more damage than the hit points for his own vehicle, and a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In this one he got 7. In fact, he actually suffered a few critical hits himself in the game. He got a Spartan medal because he bounced on, got a non-penetrating shot when he had less than 10% of his hit points left. Got a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and a steel wall for blocking the most damage in the game and still being alive at the end of it after receiving 11 hits. So very well done on that, because he was basically wasted at the end, and he was lucky that the enemy didn't kill him, because he could have died to that T-44 if he'd been firing APCR and got an accurate shot in. If we look at team score, we can see he got the highest damage with 3,530. The second highest damage was the Su-130PM on his team with 3,364. And the third highest damage in the game turned out to be the Su-130PM on the enemy team. The one he took out at long range, very long range, 1,549 hit points went to him. When it came to kills, he got that one as well. 4 kills for him, 3 kills to the Su-130PM on his own team, and 2 kills to the T-150. It was basically very helpful, actually, because he distracted that enemy CS for quite some time and stopped him putting more holes into Andromeda's rear. When it came to base XP, he's got that one as well. So again, somebody playing a Czech tank has come out with all 3 columns, the top in all 3. 1,262 base experience points, 846 to the Su-130PM, and 784 goes to the T-150. Andromeda fired 13 shots, got 11 direct hits and 10 penetrations, damage of 3,530, of which 664 were at more than 300 meters. I think that includes that Su-130PM. 12 hits received from the enemy, only 5 of which actually penetrated, but 7 did, and those were the shots that were coming from the CS-44, unfortunately. They were going into his rear and doing quite a lot of damage. He blocked damage of 1,380, and he spotted 2 enemy vehicles, damaged 6 of the enemy, killed 4, and did 640 hit points of damage assistance, and got 60 capture points while he was in the cap. So somebody was in the cap with him. We didn't see him because I think he was, again, tunnel vision on sniper mode. He earned 107,870 credits on a premium account, got 90,000 for completing a mission, 197,870 altogether. And after repair and ammunition resupply, yes, he did fire some, got quite a few rounds in that game, but he actually ended up with a profit of 127,855 credits. 1,893 XP, times 2 for the first victory, 189 because this is a premium vehicle, and took away 3,975 altogether. So not a bad game, and to follow up that Viz 44-1 in the previous game with the Lepers, so yes, very good indeed, very well done indeed by both players. If you enjoyed those replays, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below, because it feeds the algorithm, gets our channel noticed, I should say, and do let other people know that we exist, because apparently a lot of people just don't know, and that's a shame really, because they're missing the opportunity to get one of their replays up on YouTube. Thanks for watching.